So we'll start with the module 1, in which we have introduction to the design of machine elements 1 with the code 18ME52. Okay, we'll move to the concepts of stresses in design. So we know that tensile stress is nothing but the tensile load that is acting on a unit area, which is given by sigma t is equal to P by A. P is the pulling load. Area A is the area of cross section of the bar. Okay, compressive stress is nothing but stress developed by a compressive loading and given by sigma c, nothing but P by A. P is the load by area, which is nothing but a compressive loading, so you get a negative value. Shear stress is the one which is developed in a plane parallel to the applied forces. Okay, so which are called shear stresses, and shear stresses are given by equation tau is equal to P by A in case of single shear, which is refers to uh, the, the rivets used in the joints. Tau is equal to P by 2A when it is in double shear. So you can see here the single shear and the double shear in the joints of uh, rivets. Coming to the sign conventions for the normal stress in the tensile cases, we can write as shown in the figure. You have a sigma x and sigma y. Okay, so you can have this sigma x and sigma y. Okay, in the direction of x and y. Similarly, for the compressive stress, we have minus values which is towards the body, right? So you have a minus sigma x and sigma y as shown. So you have a negative values. So coming to the shear stress conventions, we have a tau xy, okay, in the clockwise, and the negative, it is in the anti-clockwise direction as shown in the sketch. Coming to the bending stress, for the bending stress we have equation mb by I is equal to sigma b by c is equal to E by r, where bending stress is given by sigma b. We can rewrite that equation as mb by c by I, where I is the moment of inertia, mb is the bending moment. And coming to the torsional stresses, which is nothing but a twisting moment. Due to twisting moment, we can write the equation as T by J is equal to tau by R is equal to G theta by L. And the shear stress can be written as nothing but the torsional shear stress Tr by J, where T is the torsional moment, J is the polar moment of inertia, R is the radius of the. Now we'll discuss about the cases of elements or a body subjected to loads. So there are 5 cases we discuss: uniaxial stress, element subjected to pure shear, element subjected to biaxial stress or 2D state of stress, element subjected to biaxial stress with the shear stress, and the last one, fifth one, is nothing but a three-dimensional state of stress. So this we'll be discussing. Coming to the body subjected to uniaxial stress, where we have a body as shown in the blue color, and which has an MN plane making an angle of theta with the vertical, on which the normal stress sigma theta and shear stress tau theta acts as shown. And normal stress across the plane is given by sigma theta is equal to sigma x cos square theta. So, and it becomes maximum when theta is equal to 0 degree, and minimum when normal stress becomes a 90 degree. Okay, so tangential stress or nothing but the shear stress along the plane Mn can be given by tau theta is equal to sigma x by 2 sine 2 theta, and it becomes maximum when theta equal to 45 degrees, nothing but tau theta is equal to tau max. Coming to the problem on uniaxial state of stress, a bar of cross section 25 into 25 millimeters subjected to an axial pull of 20 kilonewtons Calculate the normal stress and shear stress with the angle of inclination 30 degree with the axis of the bar. Also determine the maximum shear stress. So this is the problem given. So you can see here the area is given 25 into 25, length into breadth. An axial pull of load 20 kilonewton is given. You have to and the angle of inclination 30 degree with the axis of the bar. That is the angle. So as shown, it is nothing but a alpha angle in the sketch shown. It is inclination 30 degree with the axis of the bar. We need to find out theta for this problem. So theta is nothing but 90 minus alpha. So that we need to calculate in the problem. Also calculate the normal stress they have asked. So first thing we need to find out is the direct stress, nothing but a sigma x is nothing but P by A, nothing but a axial pull by area of cross section. Then equation for the normal stress is given by sigma theta is equal to sigma x cos square theta. Tangential normal stress or nothing but a shear stress along the plane Mn is given by tau theta is equal to sigma x by 2 sin 2 theta. It becomes maximum when theta equal to 45. Okay, so it becomes tau theta is equal to tau max. Coming to the solution for this problem, area is nothing but 25 into 25 millimeter, so 625 millimeters per. Axial pull P nothing but 20 kilonewtons. So direct stress can be calculated. Sigma x is nothing but P by A. So P is 20 kilonewtons, area is 625, so it comes out to be 32 Newton per millimeter square. And other data which is required is alpha for the next part of the problem. Alpha is 30 degree with the axis of the bar, so we need to calculate the theta. So theta comes out to be 90 minus 30 degree, nothing but 60 degree for this problem. So normal stress across the plane is given by sigma theta is nothing but sigma x cos square theta. So if you substitute the sigma x and theta equal to 60 degree, you get an 88 Newton per millimeter square. Similarly, shear stress along the plane Mn is given by tau theta is equal to sigma x by 2 sin 2 theta. So if you substitute the values, you get 13 13.85 Newton per millimeter square. Similarly, if you can calculate the maximum shear stress, theta becomes 45. You can find out tau max is nothing but sigma x by 2 comes out to be 16 Newton per millimeter square. Now the second case is element subjected to pure shear. We have only the shear stress acting as shown in the sketch. Okay, so the equation is given by sigma theta, nothing but the normal stress, tau xy sin 2 theta, and the tangential normal stress are nothing but the shear stress along the plane Mn is given by tau theta is equal to tau xy cos 2 theta, and this becomes maximum when theta equal to 0 degree, nothing but tau theta is equal to tau max. Coming to the third case, body subjected to biaxial state of stress where Mn is the plane with an angle theta, which normal stress and shear stress act there. So biaxial stress is nothing but stress in two directions, sigma x and sigma y. So if there are no shear stress are acting, then we call this stress system as a principal stress, sigma x and sigma y. So normal stress across the plane is given by sigma theta is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into cos 2 theta. Similarly, tangential shear stress tau theta is given by sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta. It becomes maximum when theta equal to 45 degrees. Nothing but tau theta is equal to tau max. Now we look at the problem on biaxial state of stress. So problem is given like this. The principal stress at point in a bar are 100 Newton per millimeter square in tensile and 80 Newton per millimeter square in compressive. So find the normal and tangential stress on the plane inclined at 60 degree to the axis. Also find the maximum intensity of shear stress. So this is the problem given. You can see the sketch with the sigma x and sigma y. Since they have mentioned only the tensile and compressive stresses on it, so it must be sigma x and sigma y. And they have told it is at the angle inclined at 60 degree to the axis of the bar. So it should be a alpha. So we need to find out the maximum intensity of shear stress. For that we have a maximum shear stress equation, normal stress equation given by sigma theta, and shear stress equation given by tau theta, and it becomes maximum at 45 degrees. For the solution for the problem is as shown, as given. So data given in the problem is sigma x is equal to 100 Newton per millimeter square in tensile, so it should be positive. And other one is sigma y, it is minus 80 because it is a compressive they have mentioned. So 80 minus 80 Newton per millimeter square. So angle of inclination with the axis of the bar is given. So theta becomes 90 minus 60, nothing but 30 degree. Okay, so normal stress is given by sigma theta. If you can substitute the sigma x and sigma y as 100 and minus 80, so you get a equation of 55 Newton per millimeter square. So tangential shear stress tau theta is given by 77.94 by substituting the values of sigma x and sigma y, and theta equal to 30 degree. So it becomes maximum and theta equal to 45. So tau max is equal to 90 Newton per millimeter square. So coming to the fourth case, body subjected to biaxial stress with the shear as shown in the sketch. We have sigma x and sigma y, that is in two directions, and shear stress we have. Okay, uh, so you have shear stress as shown in the sketch. So if you can take an Mn inclination with the vertical is nothing but a pi. So from the design data handbook for Pallavi Reddy, we can get this equation. Normal stress equation sigma n is given by sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 pi plus tau xy sin 2 pi in the equation 1.8a, page number 5 in the design data handbook. Similarly, for the tangential shear stress, we have equation tau n is nothing but sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 pi minus tau xy cos 2 pi, which is given by 1.8b equation in the design data handbook of Pallavi Reddy. And resultant you can get sigma r is equal to root of sigma n square plus tau n square. Coming to the last case, fifth case is three-dimensional state of stress or 3D state of stress or triaxial state of stress. So here we have three forces acting in x, y, z direction, which will induce sigma x, sigma y, and sigma z on the planes of x, y, z. These stresses are called triaxial stresses. And shear stress, in case is zero, then we call this as a principal stresses. Okay. So equation for strain in x direction is given by eta x is equal to 1 by e into sigma x minus mu into sigma y plus sigma z, which you can get it in the data handbook 1.12a. And strain in y direction sigma y is equal to 1 by e sigma y minus mu into sigma x plus sigma z in is available in the design data handbook with an equation number 1.12b. Also, the strain in z direction is given by eta a z is given by 1 by e into sigma z minus mu into sigma x plus sigma y by y, which is given by equation 1.21c. So where e is Young's modulus and mu is the Poisson's ratio.